All right, guys, so before we start, go listen to the recording. It's posted on Blackboard. You are responsible for the first verse. So if you're looking at the template for kind of guidance, you're responsible just through the text allow you to go, which is the end of the first verse. If you are looking at the template, it gives you a good rhythmic framework. So there's rhythm above the staff. Just as a note, though, the template is in a different key and clef. So if that's gonna like screw you up as you're sketching things out, just go by scale degrees and use that rhythm framework. Idea with this music by ear is similar to the Radiohead ones. We're dealing with mixture. So be on the lookout for altered pitches and keep in mind the notes that we generally alter when we're dealing with modal mixture. So you're listening mostly for scale degrees 3, 6, and 7. Those are going to be the ones that are most likely to be adjusted. First thing I want to do is give you a framework of scale degrees for the start of each phrase. So here we are in B flat. That's the key of the recording. And the first line starts here. So get yourself a scale degree for that if this is your tonic triad. Hopefully then your answer is we are on scale degree 3. And that line, it's pretty stagnant in the beginning, right? We just hang out on 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, and I'll let you finish it up. But I make mention of that because we take that intervallic framework and we actually just jump it to the next phrase. So your first phrase starts here. We start the second phrase still on 1, but we've moved here. So we start the first phrase on 3, then we start the second phrase on 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 6. So I want you to again think about that opening phrase. We went 3 to 4. Here we're on 5. Every time we say goodbye, I wonder why a little. So what type of 6 then are we dealing with? If we're a half step above 5, that should signal to you that we are dealing with a mixture 6. So a flat 6 in that sense. And again, for your recording, I'm going to ask you to either use alterations. So a lot of you are fine just altering the number, calling it flicks or something like that. And that's fine. If you're not going to do that, I need you to indicate the mixture pitches. The easiest way to do that is just snap on them. Okay, so that's your second phrase. So first phrase starts on 3, second phrase starts on 5, third phrase, we're still on tonic, but now we're up here. So we run the tonic triad for these 3 phrases, right? We start on 3, then we start on 5. Why the gods above me? So nice and easy. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 7. But listen to what happens. So we're on the dominant here. So we start on tonic, and this is super simplified. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 7. So we're still on a flavor of the dominant, but what happened to the quality? We went from here, regular old 5 chord, to a minor triad. So if you think of your 5 chord, 5, 7, 2, 7, 5. If we change the quality to minor, who do we have to alter? We have to alter the third, right? So we take that sev and we move it down to flat sev. So that third phrase then, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, sev. Who must? There's your flat sev. So what's really actually fun about this is your minor 5 chord. Then we keep that A flat, the flat 7. We turn it into the 7th of an applied dominant, which is a 5, 7, and 4. Must be in the know. And there's your 4 chord. And the reason I mention that is know your numbers for a 4 chord, run them through your head. This is diatonic, right? In the know, think so little. So what do we do to your 4 chord? We turn it from its regular old major triad to now it's minor. So your 4 chord then 4, 6, 1. If we turn it minor, who have we altered? We've got to alter the third. So 4, flat 6, 1. So that gives you hints towards the harmony and what pitches are going on in the melody. All right, the last little bit. Let's work through the last phrase. So now you know where it starts in terms of scale degrees. Let's figure out where it ends. So let's go back to why the gods. So third line, if you're looking at the text. 1 1 1 1 1 7. Da 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 da. Here's your 6. Flat 6. Think so little of me. They allow you to go. Where does that feel like you are? Does it feel stable or does it not feel stable? This is the end of a verse. So a couple options, right, for what you might expect harmonically and melodically. Does it feel open or does it feel closed? Go back and listen to the recording then if you need some help. But hopefully what most of you go on to say, oops, sorry, is that it feels open. It feels unstable. We haven't cadenced on tonic here. What's our next best option then? Probably some type of a half cadence, right? And you would be correct. So we do end that phrase on the dominant, and we end it on scale degree 2. And if you actually listen to the next verse, that would give you, so you're here, and then the next verse starts here, 3 3 3. So you do end on 2. Now, the reason I call your attention to that is how we get to 2. So you're here on 2. I want you to, as you're listening, you get to it from above, but do you get to it from a whole step above or a half step above? And make that determination and make the alteration if you need to. Okay, that's your crash course in music by ear 9. You guys are super close to the end, right? So we're getting there. You've got one more music by ear after this. So the big thing with this one, and I'll put it in the description of the video if you're watching on YouTube, I'll put it in the folder info thingy in Blackboard. Just make sure that you snap on the mixture pitches so I know that you know which 3s and 6s and 7s are altered and which ones are diatonic. All right, cool. I will talk to you guys soon.